Hey guys, in this video we're gonna go over how to beat the entirety of the puppet arena in the most efficient way possible. If you would not just want to clear out this entire shop, but if you would actually want to beat the whole thing, then how would you do this in the most efficient way? You choose this team right here on the left hand side called Extra Action. And then you will see that you have to obtain yourselves characters, they are called puppets in this mode, to obtain synergies. You can see this right here, all the synergies. And of course you wanna max out the synergy of the Extra Action team, right? Yes, but you only go for 6 out of those characters, because you can increase the synergy to maximum via a specific artifact that I'm gonna show you later. Why would you wanna do this? Because you can see here that you gain extra benefits. For example, if you have the full synergy out of all characters, then allies now only need to take 3 actions combined to cast a follow-up attack, right? Needless to say, this is gonna be completely busted. And you wanna go for 2 synergies. Once you can have 8 characters in your party, first of all. 6 of those need to be characters out of this category that you see here at the bottom of your screen. Between like Flutterpage, Fatutu, Jiu, Liang. And then there is another synergy that you want to go for while obtaining 2 characters from this. And you can also see, if you look here, this Extra Action, it has a paper assigned to it, this one right here, and that's all that you have to watch out for if you're gonna go and purchase characters. You see this right here, this is Fatutu, she has the paper assigned to her, you need her to increase your synergy. We have Lilia and we have 37, now we gain Fatutu. And our synergy will increase as soon as we put her into our party. Quick note that the best possible setup that you can go for, the team that you actually actively want to play, is Octavia, 37, Flutterpage and Fatutu. So this is your biggest aim. But there is an additional synergy that you want to go for. You can see this shield here. This is called Counterflank. And if you have 2 characters of those characters that you see here in your party, you get the chance to gain needle armor. The chance of this is increased by 50%. That is the bonus that you want to go for, because not only does this increase your survivability by boosting your resistances, your defenses, but it also makes you deal more damage, because now you reflect damage. And this is the best possible setup. Again, we take 6 characters out of the Extra Action, and we gain the last 2 synergy that we need to have 8 via artifacts that I'm gonna show you later. So now I see here I can purchase a character from the Counterflank category. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. Usually, best case scenario, you would want to buy characters that cost you only 8. But yeah, this one costs 12 and I don't want to risk anything, so I would purchase that, right? And that's how you build your team. Again, best team is Octavia, 37, Flutterpage and Fatutu. Now that we know everything and we are set to go on our adventure, let's go and do exactly that. Here we are. We're gonna start our journey off by getting a few characters as a gift, actually. How cool. Now, yeah, we're gonna go obtain those from the Musai's gift. Here we go, boom. And don't forget to actually put the characters into your team lineup so that they build synergy. Put the strongest characters in front, like I did just here, so that those are the characters, the strongest characters you have at your disposal. They want to be played together in the active spot, of course, right? Needless to explain. And yeah, you can set this, you can play everything, every single battle here on auto battle. Yeah, set your items straight. You want to have this blue jacket on the character that deals the most damage. That would be 37 for me. And the other item is for a healer that we put onto Fatutu later. You will always, no matter what, beat this first battle anyways, right? No matter what characters you gain access to. And here, after the first battle, you are hit with 3 different options. And you always want to go for the middle. You need to obtain yourselves the characters that you need to build your synergy. Remember, we want to go for the extra action and the counterflect. So we don't see any shield, we don't see any paper. So what were we gonna do? We're gonna refresh this selection and pray that we're gonna get the characters that we need. There on the right hand side you saw Octavia. There's the main character that you would want to gain access to if you could. She doesn't always show up. Another very big component is of course Fatutu. Then we would have the core of 37, Fatutu and Flutter Page. That would already set us up onto a very good path. Reset, yeah, you can see here now we would have the option to purchase Lilia. We don't want to do that though. We focus on the strong characters. We focus on 37, Flutter Page and Fatutu. Never buy an additional copy of a character that costs you just 8, you know? You always want to aim for the characters that cost you 12 and plus. Octavia, 37, Fatutu and Flutter Page. Those are the characters that you want to upgrade. No one else ever. Everything else is only purchased to go for the synergies. And here we go. Now I would be able to purchase the whole synergy already from the counterflect, because we see these 2 shields here. I think I'm gonna skip that though. But we're gonna obtain this later, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I aim for this synergy here first. I could have bought the 2 shield characters. And then yeah, we play this lady with the brown hair that cost us 8, but we don't want to purchase that because we're gonna replace her anyways. So no need to buy her, you know. She will not be actively played, and we already have her, so she doesn't boost our synergy. Yeah, here I actually purchase a character for the shield because he only cost 8. I should have done that before. I could have already have the synergy, but yeah, whatever. I was still figuring stuff out a little bit, so I wasn't quite sure. And yeah, set the characters up to build the synergies, and then you're gonna be golden. You choose, of course, you can see it depends a little bit on what characters you get access to early, but you can also see every time you see your team rating here on the left hand bottom side of your screen. Our team rating is A, so we can easily go in this case for the toughest battle because their team rating is only B, and that means on autoplay we are 100% guaranteed to beat it. Yeah, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna skip over this battle, of course, we don't wanna watch that. And then, yeah, after each battle you are hit with another room. So first, yeah, of course, you always wanna go for the characters, needless to say. After this battle, we're gonna get another gift. Here, this is a synergy room where we are guaranteed to find characters that belong to the extra actioned synergy category, and here you always want to pick up Fatutu. That is really the point where you have to pick up Fatutu no matter what. You gotta find her here. You have enough resources, so Fatudu is what you pick up here, guaranteed. And then you can still use this shop to maximum efficiency. Reset, spend all of your resources here and upgrade your characters as much as you possibly can. If you buy additional copies for characters, they increase in power drastically, so you always want to do that. And of course, yeah, we buy Windsong because we don't have Windsong, and she is from the extra action synergy type, so we buy her. Jiunangjie is a very good main DPS for our team right now. Usually, and yeah, of course she belongs to the synergy, but Jiu is a character that you don't necessarily have to purchase no matter what, because she would be replaced by Octavia if we would gain Octavia. But if you have the chance to pick up Jiu, it is of course not a bad choice. She boosts the synergy and she is a good main DPS in case you would not get your hands onto Octavia. Yeah, when you hit with this screen, then you have multiple options that are good. You either go for option number 1, the one on the left, or the one in the middle. The one in the middle is usually though the more effective one. Again, it's still early in our run and we want to focus on getting our characters, you know. You can see our synergy is, for the extra action, is 7 out of 8. So if we would be able to obtain a character here to boost the synergy to 8, that would be really good for the time being. It is not 100% necessary because, again, remember, we only need the synergy for the extra action to be 6, because the other 2 we will obtain by setting up artifacts. Yeah, you can see here we are faced with enemy rating B, A and S. Our team is A, so here we should choose the option in the middle to not risk anything, and we're gonna do exactly that. And if you do it like that, you are always 100% guaranteed to actually win the battle. You cannot lose, you know. It depends a little bit, of course, on what upgrades and what character you get your hands on. If, for example, we would have been a little bit more lucky and we would have obtained the synergy number 8 for the extraction, we could have faced the S battle. But yeah, it's not always gonna go. And then here again, what you're gonna do, you choose the room in the middle because that one gives you the characters. No extra action synergy type character, we're gonna reset. 37 and wins, yeah, 37 is a character that we would like to upgrade, so we're gonna go for that. Yeah, these 2 characters we don't need to upgrade. We could buy the Poltergeist to obtain ourselves the synergy with the, yeah, and we're gonna do that. See, we want to obtain this synergy. We would have it. I could set it up. Yeah, and I'm gonna do exactly that. And that's what you want. You see, the extra action is on 6, and now we have the counterflect on 2. We are perfectly set up. What we need now is, like, best case scenario, of course, Octavia, but we're not gonna get her, spoiler alert. So now we wanna aim for the artifacts so that we get our hands on the disc that boost our synergy from the extra action synergy to 8. After that, we go only for copies of characters that we actively play, like this flutter page right here. Now every single time, like, of course we're gonna aim for the disc first, and after that, every time we aim to find Geo, 37, Fatutu and Flutterpage, because those are the characters that we actively play. Remember Octavia though? She would be the best character. She would be the replacement for Gio. Yeah, we don't have... I'm checking, do I have access? I give the heal item to Fatutu and I check if I actually got a disc. But not yet. Let's skip the battle and here you go. After this battle, you will be presented with a room where you can obtain yourself the disc that I was talking about all this time. Here they are. They are very pricey, but you always gonna have the resources to buy it. That is very, very, very important. It's a key component. Without this, you can't get all the synergies going that you want to have going. See, while equipped, extra action synergy count +1. That was put us at 7 because currently we are at 6. And we need 2 of these Octa Ritual Disc to have both the Synergy 8 bonus for the extra action, plus we are also then able to obtain the Synergy 2 for the Counterfeld, I think is what it was called. And then we obtain copies for our characters. For the characters that we actually play. So here, in this screen, you're gonna choose the one on the very left hand side, because this gives you a powerful puppet. That means it could give you access to Octavia. In our case here, I think it gives us Geo, so we are very, very happy with that as well. There you go, boom, Geo upgraded. Also extremely valuable. And yeah, this is gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, no, not quite yet the last battle. But then again, you see we are S ranking, so choose your fight accordingly to your rating. If you choose the wrong battle here, you will just die. So always keep an eye on that, you know. And here we are able to equip our 2 discs. And now this boosts our team tremendously. We have now almost the perfect setup that we could ask for. Again, Octavia instead of Geo would be even better. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Now we're set. And now we could have actually picked a more difficult battle to obtain ourselves more resources, because our rating was not considering the 2 disc. And yeah, that would put us at, I think, team rating SSS even. So we could have chosen a more difficult battle, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, see, our team rating is now SSS because of equipping these 2 discs. And you can see our synergy for the extraction is now 8 out of 8. And yeah, again, like thanks to these discs, we were able to obtain another very, very broken bonus as well from the Counterfeld synergy archetype, whatever it's called, you know. And now, again, remember what we are going to do. Which room do you pick here right now? If you set the middle to obtain yourselves more copies of the character that you actively play, you were correct. If you answered left or right, go and rewatch this guide. Yeah, there we go. You reset, you spend all your resources, and you only try to obtain copies of Geo 37 for Tutu and Flutter Page. That's it. You don't buy anything else ever again. There we go, 37, boom, in our pocket. Fatutu, boom, in our pocket. Let me see here, that's gonna be battle after battle after battle. You can always now go for the hardest battle and you're guaranteed to beat it, because This team is extremely strong. Now, you know everything about the Puppet Arena, so let me skip to the very last battle. This one right here, this is the last battle, and then the Puppet Arena is over here. You could go for the battle on the very right hand side. If you would do that, then because we didn't obtain Octavia, you would have to play this one manually and play it correctly. Since we didn't obtain Octavia, and yeah, we didn't get lucky enough when it comes to setting up our team with copies and stuff. You would like probably want more copies of Octavia than just one, and yeah, that is not very likely to happen. So the battle that you have to choose here in like over 90% of the cases is the one in the middle, because you want to play this on auto battle, as if you play this on auto battle, it increases the rewards that you get, and this would be more than playing the battle on the very right hand side on manual. So we're gonna choose the battle in the middle here. Only choose the battle on the right hand side if, yeah, you got like Octavia with multiple copies and stuff, right? But yeah, like how it did go for us, we would not be able to beat this on auto battle, just saying. And yeah, this is everything that you have to know. You know what items you have to obtain, you know now which room you take after every single battle, you know the perfect character setup, you know the team that you want to start with, you know what synergies to aim for, you know how the stuff with the disc works, and so on and so forth. And this is the most efficient way in this game to beat the Puppet Arena as consistent as possible. There is another very viable setup with an impromptu team, but it is a little bit more on the inconsistent side of things, because the characters that you would need to obtain there are more raw. You don't have such a great selection of characters that show up frequently as you would have with this extra action team here. And the survivability for this extra action team here is also way higher, because we have the best character in the game in our team, which is Fatudo. So there you go, that's all you have to know. I hope this video was fun and informative. If you like Reverse 1999 content in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until next time, take care of yourselves and have a great day. I will leave this battle to play out actually, so you can see even my Jew and stuff died here, but it's not a big deal. See, this is why you want to have Octavia. Here you can see that she would be a better character. But anyways, let's play this battle out, and then I'm gonna say goodbye again. There we go. Have a great day. Don't forget to leave a follow. Take care of yourselves, and we love this game.